Yeah, so we can
Yeah.
start here. All right, so you get that motion from the minor seven, six, flat six, or sharp five to the fifth. So right away, think of different ways to voice that. If you want to keep that kind of chordal voicing, you have something like right. So if if I want to approach that, just like I'll play a chorus like right here. All right. So one, two, a one, two, three, four. Start off really basic. All right, so I'm not trying to just get too deep in it right to start, but I just want to establish that movement in a very clear way.
Hmm.
And you can move it in any direction, and you can notice like when you hit that particular sound,
Hmm.
it's sort of like a moody type of thing happening. So from that minor seven to the sixth, then when you hit here, you can basically play when you hit this sound, you can play over B major seven, and change that quality to B major seven flat five. This is all over D, right?
Hmm.
And you can hear that it gives a different character, right? So and then you can change that to this is B major seven sharp five over D. So right there you have G melodic minor, right?
Dan, you mean B flat, right? I think that's what you're.
Uh, yeah, B
B
flat,
flat. Yeah, yeah.
B flat, major
Major
seven sharp
seven sharp
five.
five. Okay, cool.
But that's coming from G melodic minor, right? Right. So right there, if you this is stuff that piano players do all the time, but they're able to justify it immediately with their left hand. But
Hmm.
as guitarists, we kind of have to depend on our phrasing to to justify that. It's so right away. Sometimes when I just hear I have a bass player just walking right, so I'll just sometimes I'll just play. You know, so hopefully that makes sense. So like, let me just stop right there and make sure is that making sense to everybody?
Yeah, Dan, I actually have a question about it. Because I think one of the issues someone might have when they're trying to approach that sound is for that B flat major 7 sharp 5, right? We have that F sharp.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So how are you able to voice lead, or where do you go into that or out of that so that it's not, if someone's just playing over this like a D minor thing, they're going to hit these F sharps and it's might have a clash because they're not voice leading it properly.
Yeah, yeah. So the way to do that is just go a half step in either direction. I wouldn't sit on it. I wouldn't
Yeah,
sit on the F sharp. Unless depends on the situation that you're in. Like
yeah.
if it's just bass, drums, guitar, then you
Hmm.
can completely sit on it. Because you've already suggested it.
So playing the actual voicing is possibly one way of just establish the sound, and
Mhm.
then it'll make sense.
Absolutely,
Uh,
absolutely. Yeah, because if you do it and somebody else is playing,
yeah.
it just it's gonna sound terrible. But unless you or right, unless you resolve it like that. So
Hmm.
so right there, I'm now even if somebody's walking,
Hmm.
the way I resolve it. So I'm playing this particular line. There we go. Right there, I'm resolving it. So, and this could be in a trio setting, or but even if you have like sensitive players who are dialed in all the time, you can really you can slip this in, and if you have the right players, they can pick this up. But it's a very sensitive operation, especially with that F sharp, because right then you're kind of playing with you're kind of taking a note that definitely shouldn't fit in that situation and finding a way to make it work. Like Joe used to do this to me all the time. Like he would just purposely like find a note that shouldn't work at that particular time, and he would justify it somehow. I
Hmm.
don't know, or he would leave it up to me to find a way to justify it, and so that's how this approach came about. Um,
Dan, one question on that. I don't know if you were doing it in this specific example, but I saw you doing a little bit on the comping side. Is throwing in the 5 of the D.
oh yeah.
Could this also work in that context of leading you in? Say you're about to go into the E flat minor section. If you're already basing it off that B flat major 7, you kind of have an easier time than hitting like a 5 of the E flat to lead
Hmm.
into that. Is that another option as far as?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
What you just watched comes from our Jazz Master Sessions. Now that's a clip of a longer master class. Every single month, I get one of the world's best jazz guitarists into Chase's Guitar Academy, and we have an hour masterclass session. And these are very focused masterclasses. This isn't just a general Q&A, although there is time for questions at the end. We focus on a very specific topic and go deep. The two ways you can access the Jazz Master Sessions is either the recordings via the basic plan of Chase's Guitar Academy, or as the standard plan, you actually get to attend these live and interact with these masters. In the past, we've had guys like Dan Wilson, John Story, Stefan Remble, Barry Green, Rodney Jones, Will Brahm, Chico Pinheiro, so many more. It's a really great time. I know you'll love it. I always get such great feedback, and students have so many amazing breakthroughs and insights after watching and attending these that I invest the money into the students so that they can access this. It's not cheap, but I think it's a great thing to do for the members, and nowhere else does this. So if you want access, sign up, 14-day free trial for Chase's Guitar Academy. Either of the options you'll be able to access. Thanks, and I'll see you in another video.